Bruce is back because every 50 episodes we review a game with a shark in it, and today's game is none other than Survival Island for the Starpath Supercharger. So let's go ahead and take my Supercharger, plug it in my Atari 7800 Pro system, and see how this game holds up today. Let's go to the game. Survival Island was published by Starpath and carries a copyright year of 1983. It was programmed by Scott Nelson, who also programmed Fireball for the Supercharger. Survival Island, along with Sword of Saros, were the final two games released for the Supercharger. You could only order them through mail order, and they did not come with boxes, but with only a cassette and a generic case and cheaply made manuals. According to the manual, the object is to meet the challenges of a devastating shipwreck and a desolate wilderness island, then explore the mysteries within the secret temple. While sailing across uncharted waters in the South Pacific searching for the ruins of a lost civilization, a sudden storm ravishes your vessel. As your ship sinks, you struggle to keep afloat, knowing that your only chance is to reach the island that looms in the distance. A raft from the ship floats nearby. Swimming with grave determination through shark-infested waters, you reach the raft and manage to clamber aboard. Now you stand a chance. Food and water are your next concerns. Without an adequate supply, you will surely perish. Occasionally, debris from the ship floats by as you slowly drift towards your destination. Containers of food and water appear. If you could only collect them before you reach the island, you would be able to live on them while you explore the island. Survival Island is a survival adventure game for one player only and has one standard mode of difficulty. The game contains 3 different sections. The ocean section, where you try to make your way to the island in the distance. The island section, where you search the island to find the temple, and the temple itself, where you search for a way off the island. If you pass the ocean or island sections, you will be given a password that you can enter at the startup screen to resume your game at the next section with your saved stats. You can also pause the game with the right difficulty switch. During the game, on the bottom is a status screen that shows how much time has elapsed, how many food units you have, how many water units you have, and how many life points you have, starting and maxing out at 99 life points. You are constantly using life points throughout the game. Your game ends in defeat if you run out of life points. The game begins on the ocean stage, where you are drifting towards the island. You paddle around by moving the joystick, and you can paddle faster by holding down the button, but your life will drain faster too. The manual actually contains very little details about what everything is, so I will try my best to fill in as much as I can. You can be knocked off your raft and lose supplies by sharks, sea serpents, and specks in the water, which may be a school of fish. If you get knocked off, another attack can kill you, so you will need to find another raft, which can show up on the bottom of the screen. When in the raft, you can collect boxes for food and jugs for water. The floating planks are useless junk. If the octopus shows up, which looks like a black sun, and if you have food in your raft, you can exchange it for life points, but if you touch him out of the raft, you will die. Sometimes the submarine periscope will pop up, indicating that a sub, which I'm assuming is from the Dharma Initiative, is about to take a shot at you that can cost you life points if it connects. If you survive long enough, you will make it to the island itself. The controls are a little more complex on the island. You can move with the joystick or press the button to bring up a menu screen where you can switch between normal walking and search mode walking, where you move slower, and when you stop, if your stick touches something, the screen will tell you what it is. You can also eat food from the menu screen to regain some health, drink water to regain some health, use an item you collected by touching it on the ground, or discard an item. But when you discard an item, you will never see it again. On the island, there are lots of items to find and hazards to avoid. Some screens have invisible traps that can hurt you, but in search mode, you could sometimes locate them with your walking stick. Coins can be used to bribe bridge guards. Long creeks can be crossed over, but you lose life while you do so. Red lava is deadly to the touch, as are cobras. Mushrooms can either give you health or hurt you when you use them. Herbs, which when I used gave me full health, but there might be bad herbs too on the island. I'm not sure, thank you manual. A key, which you need to enter the temple when you find it, and a lantern, compass, and amulet, which you will want to use in the temple. There are also regular snakes, which can drain life points, and pools of water that can contain bad or good water, which you can identify in search mode. Pools have unlimited water, and you can gather up to 6 units units of water to save by retouching the pool. This island is huge, and I mean really huge, over 100 screens. The manual recommends drawing a map, but there are a few maps floating around on the interwebs. Also be careful to not discard items you'll need for the temple. You have a limited inventory, so there may be times you do need to drop something. If you make it to the temple with the key, you will enter a 3D maze with several rooms. Basically, in each room you need to grab a certain randomly placed object before you can cross a barrier to the next room. Some rooms have one-way walls and areas that will transport you to another area. The compass you got on the island will show the direction you are going. The lantern gives you light, and the amulet glows to warn you of an area that might turn you around if you connect with it. You can lose health during this stage by running into walls and magic barriers without the items you need to pass through them. Make it to the end and you will exit the island in a surprising fashion and get ranked based on how fast you completed the game and how many life units you have left. But of course, the lacking manual doesn't list the rankings. Graphically speaking, I really like the game. Everything from your guy on the island to the 3D maze of the last stage. It's really impressive. Sound and music wise, there's honestly not a lot of sound, which I think fits the mysterious atmosphere of the game well. But I did like the Jaws-like theme that plays when the shark fin or sea serpent appears. Family friendly wise, this is a complex game, so it may not work for younger kids, but as far as ratings go, I think it would get an E for everyone rating if released today. At the time I researched on eBay, including shipping, only one tape and manual copy sold for $130. Like all the Starpath official releases, it was also included on the Stella Gets a New Brain CD, which nowadays sells for about $200. So what did I think of Survival Island? Wow, color me impressed. On a technical level, this game makes excellent use of the Supercharger with a massive, nice looking game. I really like that the game has 3 solid play styles. You pretty much need a map to play the island section and possibly the temple maze too, but if you don't want to take the time to draw one, you can find them floating around on the net, so that's okay. Even when using the map, it took me about 15 minutes just to plan a route for the island and about 20 minutes to complete the route, and it took me a few attempts before I could actually complete it at that. One time I fell right into the lava when I made it to the final temple screen. And I really wish the manual had more info, but it didn't take me too long to figure out what was what, so there's definitely a learning curve to this game, and combined with the slower paced action, this game may not be for everyone, but personally I had a lot of fun with it. I also like how it reminded me a little bit of the TV show Lost. So where am I going to rank Survival Island? This one is going to challenge for the top spot against Escape from the Mind Master, but I'm going to have to give Mind Master the edge. So out of the 6 games I've now ranked for the Supercharger, Survival Island is exploring the second position. Survival Island makes great use of the Supercharger, and personally I liked it, even though its price and style may not work for everyone. At least that's what I think. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Also, please click like and subscribe and follow me both on the Facebook and the Twitter. I'm also a member of the Retro Junkies Network. At this time, I'd like to thank fellow YouTuber and Retro Junkies Network member Willie from Arcade USA for sending me the Supercharger I used today. Thank you, Willie. I'd also like to thank all of my extraordinary Patreon supporters who voted for me to review Supercharger games for the remainder of the month. Thank you all. If you'd like to support the show and gain access to exclusive content, you can do so by signing up at patreon.com/NoSwearGamer. Thank you for giving me a little part of your day, and I look forward to seeing you next time on the next episode of the No Swear Gamer. Take care, and thank you for helping me reach 400 episodes.